It is hot and sticky. Oh my God. Whew. Tavex Hebrews. Purity and becoming one. You guys, it's very hot out here. Very sticky out here. Very humid out here. I'm just going to give it maybe 5 minutes at the most to see if any brews come up in here. If you come up in here, hit the like button. Out here sipping on a little drinky drink right now. Elderberry juniper. Elderberry juniper. It's hot as a mother's man out here, Hebrew. Woo! You see the title, Hebrew. Hebrew Israelites. Semen retention. Your seed matters. What's the seed? Your sperm, Hebrew. Hebrew sperm matters. Also known as semen. Okay? I'm not going to keep you guys too long out there. Like I said, I'm just going to give it about 5 minutes. If I can survive 5 minutes out here, because it is sweltering hot out here, Hebrews. Yeah, like I said, because it's not sunny. Excuse me. It's not sunny out here, so that can fool you. I'm telling you, don't let it fool you. It's hotter than a mother's man out here. Been at it since 7 this morning. Went out, got me a 2-mile jog in. I did 300 seconds of dead hangs from the bar. Did 50 body weight squats. And it was hot then when I did that. But I want to talk to you guys and gals if you're listening, because I know we definitely have some sisters who watch this channel. Many people have never heard of this before. It's called semen retention, okay? What is semen? Semen is sperm, okay? Now, Hebrews, I want you guys to think about this. All of the men out there, I want you to think about this, and you women as well. Every man and woman walking this earth, you came from a sperm. You were the one that survived, okay? Because every time when a man has an orgasm, when he releases sperm from his body, a regular ordinary man releases 300 to 400 million sperm every time he ejaculates. So that's basically every time you orgasm as a man, you are letting out 300 to 400 million unborn, undeveloped children. Only one of those children will survive. We talking about it this morning, Hebrew. Hit the like button on your way in the door. If you're not subscribed to this channel, subscribe to the channel, okay? Talking about semen retention. Hebrew Israelites, your seed matters. What is seed? Seed is sperm. How many times in the Old Testament, y'all? There's no way around this. How many times in the Old Testament, the Torah, the Tanakh, does it mention the seed of Jacob? And it goes right over our heads, y'all. It goes over everybody's heads because everybody wants to make everything spiritual. Nobody wants to actually understand that some things in the scriptures are actually literal, physical, and seed is one of them. Seed, also known as sperm, Countless times through the Torah, through the Tanakh, through the so-called Old Testament, they're talking about the seed of Jacob, the house of Jacob, the whole house of Jacob. Not part of the house, the whole house. What makes up the house of Jacob? The seed of Jacob, the sperm. I got to keep on saying that because a lot of people out there, for some strange reason, Hebrews, we're not getting it. We are not getting that the most powerful human fluid emitted from a human being is sperm. It's seed. And if you're a Hebrew Israelite, it's the seed or the sperm of Jacob. It's no way around it. The house of Israel, you got what's called, believe it or not, you come from super sperm. You're the wisest, the strongest, the fastest, the most spiritual, the sons and the daughters of the Most High, the seed of Jacob, the sperm of Jacob. Understand it's just like a fruit, Hebrew, a watermelon that has seed in it, okay? An apple that has seed in it. You know, the Most High deals with seeds, even with the fruits. Now, here you are, a human being, and you got seed in you. It's called sperm. But you've been taught to just treat your sperm willy-nilly. You've been taught just to give your sperm away. You've been taught just to view your sperm as one thing, a source of pleasure. And I'm telling you, Hebrew, we've been going wrong with that. There are many entities, many systems, many organizations, believe it or not, that are dedicated to siphoning off your physical sperm, your seed, and the energy that comes with that. There's an energy that comes with your seed, your sperm. Every time you see the word seed in the scriptures, you need to interpret that as sperm. Every time you see a scripture that mentions the seed of Jacob, the seed of Israel, you need to know that that's talking about sperm. And you walking around with the seed of Jacob inside of you, but you don't even realize how powerful that is. You don't even realize what that entails. That's intelligence. You know that sperm is literal, what do you call it? Like you got on your cell phones or your laptop. That's memory. You actually hold real live memory, gigabytes in your sperm, Hebrew. Did you know that? Because you know that when you actually allow and give your body the time to produce sperm or seed and to let it fully mature, do you know that when you do that, Hebrew, you make yourself more intelligent? Because sperm is like the gasoline. Your seed is the gasoline to life itself, outside of your body and inside of your body. It makes you think a higher quality level of thoughts. If you are someone who's into sports, maybe you're into athletics, it will help you perform better. Yeah, saving your seed, your holy seed. If you're a Hebrew Israelite, your seed, aka your sperm, is not like the sperm of the nations or the Psalms 83. You got a different kind of seed because you come from a different kind of seed. And yeah, it is spiritual, okay? Because guess what? You literally possess the most potent human emission known to man. There's not another potent substance that comes out of the human body more potent than sperm. Your seed is weight in gold. Do you see what they're doing right now over in Japan? They are requesting so-called black men to come over there and get their women pregnant. Now, I would advise you not to do it, but whatever you guys are going to do out there, that's going to be on you. I would advise you not to do it. But they're calling out to black men, specifically black men born and raised in America, because they know something that you Negroes don't know. They know that you come from a different kind of seed, a different kind of sperm. Your sperm is special. Your seed matters. The sperm of the Hebrew Israelites, it matters. In your sperm, your seed has been scattered into all nations. That seed wants to come back home, Hebrews. That seed wants to come back home. And sometimes, because we've been scattered into all nations, that seed might not look exactly the way it looked when it first went out, because we mixed in with all the nations out there, Hebrews. And some people out there are of the proponent that, hey, once the seed doesn't look black no more, we just throw the seed away. I'm not of that component, okay? Now, I know the scriptures are going left and right. The Torah, the Old Testament, is going left and right. You're going to have to make a decision what side you're going to be on. I'm on the side, I believe the scriptures when the Most High makes it clear that he wants the seed of Israel. And I understand that the seed of Israel means sperm. Seed is sperm. But that's so hard for many of us to digest and understand out there because we've been brainwashed. And number one, we've been brainwashed to believe that sperm and orgasm, ejaculation is just about pleasure and nothing else. And that has led us to ruin. Here's something we don't understand, family. There's an energy that comes with your sperm, your seed. And when you just willy-nilly dispense your seed like some kind of Pez candy dispenser, you're sending out a vibration into the world, believe it or not. You're sending out a vibration into nature. Because understand this, like I just told you guys. Every time you orgasm, when you release your sperm, like you and me, anybody who watching this video right now, you are a born winner. And you know why? Because you survived. Because your father, whoever he is, when he had an orgasm and he let out sperm through his penis, he ejaculated 300 to 400 million sperms. So all of those sperms are flying fast as they can, fighting like heck to get to their egg and penetrate their egg, because there's only one winner. That's the person who penetrates that egg, the seed, the sperm who penetrates that egg. You are a born winner because you had 300 to 400 million brothers and sisters who couldn't survive. You beat them to the egg. So your 300, 400 million brothers and sisters who came out with you, they all died. And your only refuge was you made it inside the egg, which means you are a born winner. You don't even realize, family, it took me a while to realize that kind of stuff too. You don't realize how powerful you are. A human being is nothing but that sperm cell that survived out of 300 or 400 million, that one that survived. And when you fully matured, you got hard. You hardened into a skeleton. Understand, your skeleton comes from sperm, Hebrews. That's how powerful your seed is. Without your seed, nothing would be around. You're the strongest, the fastest, the most intelligent, the wisest, the most spiritual. And all of that is determined when you're just a little sperm. Think about that, Hebrew. Think about that. Whatever you are today, how big you are, how smart you are, how fast you are, how athletic you are, how spiritual you are, all of that was already in you when you were just a little sperm. Think about that for a second. Think about that for a second, Hebrew. You come from the most powerful sperm on planet Earth. Look, I'm not going to lie. Even the Psalms 83, they come from sperm too. Sperm, period, is powerful. Seed, period, no matter what form it in, is powerful. But the Hebrew Israelite seed, a.k.a. the sperm, is the super sperm of the earth. That's why everybody's always after you so much. In various ways, Hebrew. But there's a force on this earth that has been siphoning off of your energy. Did you know that the Ish people, the ISH, the Ish people, they invented something called pornography? And I said corn like corn on the cob because I don't want to pronounce that word correctly because they might try to flag this video. YouTube act funny sometimes, Hebrews. YouTube act funny sometimes. And they will try to flag this video if I say certain words. So I'll say corn. And you know what rhymes with corn. The Ish people, the ISH, yes, you heard me. They created pornography. Why would they do something like that? And they're supposed to be God's people. It's because these people are the devil that the Bible speaks of. Okay? Period. And they understand something. They understand how powerful sex is, and they understand how powerful seed is. Now understand this, Hebrew. I'm going to give us a message to any Hebrew or whoever watching this video right now, how powerful your seed is and orgasm is. I'm going to give a word of advice and a word of caution to every brother out there. Because these Ish people created pornography, they did that to, number one, get the whole world engulfed in lust, which it worked. The whole world is perverted now, so it worked 10 times over. But they also understand this. When they get you behaving in that matter, looking at a TV screen, looking at a computer screen, looking at a phone screen, and you playing with yourself, you jerking off, beating your meat, choking the chicken, and you start to orgasm and you release your seed, check this out. The Ish people understand things that Hebrews, we got a lot of catching up to do because of the captivity, put us behind the 8 ball with knowledge. The Ish people understands that when you bust a nut, okay, that's just what it is. I'm not politically correct all the time. When you bust a nut, an orgasm, you release your sperm. Remember I told you, every time you release sperm, one sperm doesn't just come out. There's 300 to 400 million sperms that come out. So when those said sperms come out, think about this, and it's not going into a woman's body to get her pregnant. If you playing with yourself, jerking off, beating your meat, choking your chicken, whatever niggas is calling it out there these days, once you bust that nut, you now have 400 million unborn children being released into the atmosphere. Now understand this, those sperms are alive. That's why if you're going to put that sperm in a woman, those sperms are going to run to their egg. How are they going to run and swim as fast as they can? Because they're alive. So when you release that sperm and it's not going in a woman, you just, like I said, you choking your chicken, beating your meat, spanking a monkey, playing with your chicken, whatever you niggas want to call it. You're doing that. The Ish people know that in that moment of orgasm and you releasing that sperm, that seed into the atmosphere, there is a evil, wicked, succubus energy demon right there waiting to receive that energy that you just released by being a pervert. Okay, now I'm not knocking you because we've been born into perversion. This world was a perverted place way before we showed up, you guys. And the Ish people already had pornography invented before many of us showed up. These people are the devil that the Bible speaks of. I'm telling you right now, if you are a man out there, even if you're a woman out there, if you fell for the trick like many people did, me, myself included, if you fell for the trick that the Ish people did by inventing pornography, watching it on TV, watching videos, beating your meat, choking your chicken, spanking your monkey, and you are about to orgasm, once you are, and you start orgasming, right? At that second, family, I know it might sound funny, but we keeping it real around here. This is Mr. Real Talk. We all adults around here. Most people are only concerned with busting a nut, catching an orgasm. I'm keeping it real. That's what it is, y'all. And the Ish people know that. The Ish people have conditioned the whole world for this, y'all. I can't make this up. But they know that the very second you playing with your chicken, you watching this, you like, oh man, look at that. Ooh, wow, look at that. And you go to busting your nuts or whatever. Now you're releasing 300 to 400 million unborn children, but they are alive. They're going out into the atmosphere. There is an invisible succubus demon that is right there to receive your unborn children. Y'all think I'm making this up? I'm not making this up, family. There is a such thing as the spirit realm. That's that pull that you have on your energy. That's that demonic, satanic pull that you got on your energy to make you bust. Look, if anybody out there understands this, let's take it a step further. So-called wet dreams, right? We keeping it real. From the time you were a young man, every young man has been through this when you have what they call a wet dream, right? When you, in your dream, you have some kind of sexual contact in your dream that causes you to orgasm and release sperm, right? Now check this out. Of course, we've been taught that through Western teachings, philosophies, that's called a wet dream. That's what we've been taught. But knowing what I know now, it could just be in the spirit realm, excuse me, that these succubus creatures realize that now you're of the age you can produce sperm or seed, and now they want that energy. You guys, there's a lot of stuff that goes with your seed, like energy. And the succubus demon loves to suck on your energy. I don't know if y'all just heard that raven or bird just go, That sound confirmation confirming what I'm saying to you guys. I can't make this up, y'all. I didn't always understand things like this, but now I do. And if you guys thinking that this is far-fetched, you know what? Maybe you just don't get it because maybe you've never experienced something like that. Maybe you don't know about the spirit realm. Maybe you don't know about the succubus or the incubus. Okay? Maybe you don't know. Maybe you don't understand that one time the watchers, fallen ones, whatever, made their way and they decided to have sex with human women, y'all. I'm not making this up. This sex thing goes real deep, y'all, in the physical and the spiritual, y'all. Wherever you guys believe it or not, that's up to you. But there were entities who were not human who had sex with human women. Why? Because they got so sexually turned on and aroused by human women, it made them horny. And think about that. I mean, you guys might not want to believe it, but hey, I'm not trying to get you to believe nothing, but I'm just keeping it real. There were so-called watchers who left their natural place because they were overcome with lust for human women and they wanted sex. Okay? I'm not making this stuff up, y'all, but I know some of y'all don't believe that. So yes, there were spiritual entities that wanted to have sex with physical beings. And that was back then, even right now today. I got some stuff I could tell y'all right now. I wouldn't even tell you guys right now because you might not be ready to hear what I got to say. Or you might think I'm making it up when I know I'm not making it up. I know about the succubus. I know about the incubus. If you're a man, it's going to be a succubus. If you're a woman, it's going to be an incubus. Okay? This world is much more complex than what you know and what you've been taught. You've been taught all lies and BS. I'm telling you, Hebrews, I'm not telling you to never have sex again. That's not what I'm saying. Whether you're married with your woman or not, single or not, at some point you need to understand what it's like to go on semen retention and to hold your seminal fluids in. It's only the most powerful human fluid known to man. No other fluid on earth can produce a human being. Your sperm produces human beings. And way when you was just a little sperm, do you know, family, when you were sperm, you that little round thing at the front with the squiggly tail, that round thing at the front is your head. And that squiggly little thing turned out to be your spine. So your head and your spine, you started off, you was just a head and a spine wiggling around. Everything that you was meant to be, everything that you were going to be was already deeply embedded in you when you were just a little sperm. And you are a born winner because you got 300, 400 million of your brothers and sisters who didn't survive. You are the sperm or the seed that was able to penetrate the egg. All of your other brothers and sisters, they passed away before they were even born. They got to try again on the next run. You understand that? You were born winner, Hebrew. Stop dispensing your seed willy-nilly. Did you know that when you keep your sperm inside of your body? See, this is what the Ish people don't want you to know, Hebrew. When you keep your sperm inside your body for longer than usual, which for most Negroes is 48 hours, most Negroes can't go 24 hours without releasing their seed, y'all. And if you doubt me, you a man, you got seed, just try it. Go ahead and try it and see how long you last. And be honest with yourself. Some of the lack of memory that we have, I guarantee you, Hebrew, you go on semen retention, seed retention. Your memory will become stronger. You trying to get your exercise on, your workout on, you can't find the oomph. You think you need an energy drink or you need coffee. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing if you take energy drinks or coffee, but I'm saying you got the biggest energy boost. Your semen, your sperm. Have you ever tried keeping it inside more than 48 hours, Hebrew? It will literally boost your mental ability and your spiritual ability. You'll mess around and be able to understand scripture better than you ever had before. Merely by what? Doing semen retention, Hebrew, holding on to your seed. I can't make this up. It takes 60 to 90 days for your sperm or your seed to fully mature anyway. Did you know that, Hebrew? Did you know that? And when you don't release your seed gets reabsorbed back into your bloodstream, goes to working on your organs, working on your skin, working on your eyes, your hearing, your brain strength, your memory, your spirituality, okay? Energy, energizing you up, powering you up, hitting you with all kind of $1 million ideas that you never would have thought of before because you don't understand that your sperm is actually brain matter. Where do you think your brain came from? Your brain is literally built from sperm. That little round thing when you just a little tadpole, a little sperm, that's your brain and your skull right there all in one, Hebrew. Can't make this up. Stop dispensing that seed like it's a game. It takes 60 to 90 days for your sperm to fully mature. Guess what that means? Somebody was to come out today, say they didn't have sex earlier today, they didn't release their sperm, or they've been jerking off, beating their meat, choking their chicken, whatever. Because Negroes do whatever it takes to bust a nut because the ish people, they've done a lot of diabolical stuff. And one of the things that they've done was create pornography to take your energy and to feed the demonic spiritual realm. Because I told you, every time you bust a nut, every time you release sperm, those 300, 400 million unborn children, those spirits go somewhere. There is a demon out there that's right there waiting to receive that seed, y'all. I can't make this up. And because, of course, there's nothing wrong with having an orgasm or busting a nut, but you're doing it in a demonic and satanic way. You're watching pornography. You're watching, going funny business this time, it's actually super smoking out here. I hope y'all got the message, though. Hebrew Israelites, your sperm matters. Your seed matters. But the Ish people, the ISH, created something called pornography, is where you watch other people have sex on camera. And they did that so that you could beat your meat, choke your chicken, spank your monkey, become a pervert. And now the whole planet Earth is engulfed watching pornography. All everybody wants to do is bust nuts all over the place. And you don't even realize you're taking away your brain. Every time you have an orgasm and you letting out hundreds of millions of sperm, that's actually brain matter, Hebrew. You wonder why so many Hebrews got a short temper? I guarantee you. Look, take Washington, D.C., for example. Lots of killings, lots of shootings. You want to know why? Because niggas in D.C. are having multiple orgasms per day. You know what that means? That means as a man, you're walking around with hardly any sperm in your body. And I'm telling you, as a man, that's a recipe for disaster, Hebrew. You're going to start having heart trouble, lung trouble, brain function, brain fog, brittle bones, and you're going to fly off the handle and want to kill somebody at the slightest incident. Just like Negroes in Washington, D.C. all these shootings and killings, I guarantee you, none of these Negroes are practicing semen retention because they don't know that they Hebrew Israelites and they don't know that as a Hebrew Israelite, your seed matters, your sperm. Y'all, all the scriptures in the Bible in the Old Testament where the Most High keeps on talking about the seed of Israel, but nobody understands that seed means sperm. It's crazy, y'all. And they're always going to try to downplay it, always trying to make it into something spiritual. When are you going to understand? Seed is physical. The Most High is going after the seed of Israel, the seed of Jacob. How many scriptures have y'all read when he says that? So why did the Ish people create pornography? Why do they want you watching corn on TV, jerking off, beating your meat, and playing with yourself? And remember, I told you, every time you orgasm, every time you bust a nut, you will release 100 to 400 million sperm cells. Everybody watching this video right now, you are a born winner because you had 300, 400 million brothers and sisters who could not penetrate the egg, but you did. Y'all all was racing and running, scrambling for that egg, but you made it. You hear that dog backing me up with sound confirmation? You made it. You a born winner, okay? Hebrew Israelites, stop wasting your sperm, y'all. Am I telling you it's wrong to have sex? Of course not. I wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for sex. You guys wouldn't be watching my video if it wasn't for sex because you never would have been born. What I'm telling you is understand the power of the Hebrew Israelite sperm. You got that super sperm, Negro. And because we've been in captivity, we went into all nations. That's reality. Our sperm went places that it wasn't supposed to go. But since it did, that sperm comes from Israel. Now, you can't get to a point where that sperm can be completely obliterated. But as long as that seed still exists, I gotta believe that the Most High wants that seed back. Keeps on mentioning the seed of Jacob. Why would the Most High keep on talking about Jacob's sperm if Jacob's sperm wasn't so important? He wouldn't keep talking about it, y'all. And that's when our sperm comes out of our body. It's important. The Ish people know that. They know that it's an invisible demon, not just one, multiple sex demons out there. It's stuff like sex demons, orgasm demon, sperm demons, succubus, cum demons. Forgive me if y'all getting offended by his language, but I just got to say this so y'all understand what I'm talking about. There are sexual, lustful demons out there that are driving people to go watch pornography, to play with themselves, and they're waiting right there. So soon as you bust a nut, that evil demon gets all kind of gratification. Because think about it. It's almost like you sacrificing your unborn kids. In a way. I'm just saying, Hebrew. I just thought about that just now. You playing with yourself, jerking off. Oh, you busting off. You release 300, 400 million sperm cells out there. They're not going to be birthed because they're not going into an egg. So what happens? That spiritual demon is right there to receive those. Y'all, it's a scary thing when you really think about what's going on in the spiritual realm, y'all. Like I said, going back to the thing about wet dreams. They tell you, oh, that's something that young men have to know you coming of age. Now you can produce sperm. That's what the Western world taught us. How do I know? Knowing all the stuff I know now, how do I know that's just not the succubus? Realizing that, yeah, this little nigga is becoming of age. So now I can start what? Extracting his seed, extracting his sexual energy into the spirit realm. This is some wicked shit, y'all. And you guys can think I'm making this up if you want, but you know what? I know you haven't taken the time to look into it. So it may sound strange. Don't knock nothing that you don't know about, Hebrew. Maybe you never heard of semen retention before. Check it out. Your brain is made from sperm. You see guys walking around all day. Sometimes dudes look like zombies. They look sucked in, sucked up. That's because they busting too many nuts, y'all. Whether they married or not, if you just having sex all day and you having 7 orgasms a day, that's not good. You may think it feel good, but it's going to be a bad result in the end, Hebrew. You got to have balance, y'all. Believe it or not, Hebrew, if you never tried this before, try keeping your sperm inside. Try keeping your sperm inside for 7 days. If you can. If you can. And it's going to teach you discipline too. I guarantee you, any man out there, if you can put yourself on semen retention, it ain't nothing that you can't do. You ain't gonna be able to build a skyscraper overnight, but for the most part, it ain't nothing you ain't gonna be able to do because it's gonna build your mind up. Your semen is brain matter. Your semen is gigabytes of information and downloads. That's why the ish people set their pornography up because they know they don't want you developing any of that. And check this out. If you're not watching pornography, if you're not beating off and playing with yourself, like most people are, then that means you're going to be more pure. That's why we say Tav X, purity and becoming one. Hebrews, if you go on semen retention, by default, to a degree that's going to give you a higher level of purity than what you possess right now. You'll have the ability to see things that you don't necessarily see right now. But you can't take my word for it. I don't want you to take my word for it. You gotta go on this journey yourself. And if you a lady out there, we know a lot of women are going through the same thing. Lots of women watch pornography too. The ish people didn't forget about you sisters. They want y'all watching it too. And a lot of y'all sisters are watching it. Y'all doing dildos and playing with yourself, doing all kind of stuff, right? I'm telling you, sisters, be careful of that because it's a lot of energy and a lot of bad things that's attached with that. Do your best to abandon that ASAP. Pray to the Most High for strength and wisdom, okay? Hit this like button, subscribe to this channel, and if you dare, share this video. And understand that the ish people know how powerful your seed is, how powerful sperm is, how powerful sex is, all of that. That's why they invented pornography. And think about this. They paid millions and millions and millions of dollars to make this pornography, right? So why do they give it to you for free now? Free. What's up, bro? Why do they give it to them for free now? Think about that. Think about that, Hebrew. If anybody want to think that I'm just talking crazy or capping out here, as they say, they paid millions of dollars to make these pornographic videos. How come they give it away to you for free now? They got to be getting something out of it, right? Yeah, they're feeding your energy to the sex demons. Believe it or not, the incubus, the succubus, and all the other demons out there, the sex demons, these ish people have a higher understanding than many of us Hebrews because we haven't been studying. We haven't been reading. Many things have been hidden from us, and this was one of those things. The ish people also employ something called sex magic. I'm not making this up, right? But maybe we'll go into it at another time. Hebrew, I'm about to finish running my errands for the day so I can get what I need to get and handle my business. Tav X Hebrews, purity and becoming one.